Don't play hero, kids.
Mm-mm. No golden fists, only golden showers.
Welcome to Tairimo Boys Podcast. I'm your host, Cody. With me in second chair, there's the boy who's a secret kung fu master. It's Jeremy.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
We all know Jeremy.
We're all masters in our own hearts.
With me in third chair is the boy who tried to join the X gang but got rejected. It's Ryan.
Howdy.
This isn't a Western, Ryan. It's a kung fu
Oh,
movie from China.
oh, whoops. It's like it's just you two.
Today, we're here for the cult classic 2004 martial arts comedy movie, Kung Fu Hustle.
That's a good way to put it.
It was directed by Stephen Chow. The screenplay was by Stephen Chow. The story is by Stephen Chow. Produced by Stephen Chow. And also starred Stephen Chow.
Lighting by Stephen Chow. Craft services by Stephen Chow.
Man's holding it down.
Let me tell you something. The fight choreography wasn't by Stephen Chow, though. It was by the guy who apparently did the Matrix movies.
That's not surprising.
But Kung Fu Hustle. The reason we looked into this movie is because it kind of came up on my radar whenever we did Kung Pao quite a while ago. So I got
Yeah,
interested and I was like, we should look into this. And we did.
absolutely.
So, Jeremy, what were your first thoughts on this movie?
Oh, this is right up my alley. This is just, I can turn my brain off and just have fun with this movie every time. I watched it twice, actually, before the review.
Well, it took us a while to record this, so
Yes.
funny to refresher.
Yeah, well, it helped, but I loved it so much I watched it twice.
At least it wasn't like Ghostbusters 2016 where we had to watch that twice.
Oh, no.
Thanks,
I still
Ryan.
want to throw up.
Ryan, your first thoughts?
Good Lord, this was silly. In a good way. Really silly. I loved it.
Yeah, I'm going to echo what these boys have said. Whenever I was looking into this movie, I didn't know right away that it was entirely in Chinese and it was had subtitles in it. About like 2 or 3 minutes in the movie, I was like, "Oh my god, what did I get myself into? Like, do I really want to focus on subtitles this whole time?" And
I'll echo that.
here's the thing: this isn't a dialogue-heavy movie,
Nope.
and
Thank God, because I can't read.
so Ryan has like no idea what the hell's going on. But like, I was able to like focus throughout this whole movie on the subtitles because, like I said, it's not dialogue heavy, but it's mostly there's a lot of character development, and it feels like Bullet Train where it's sitting there jumping between characters.
Mm-hmm. Well said. This Kung Fu Bullet Train is what this is.
A little bit of Looney Tunes mixed into it.
A lot of bit of Looney Tunes mixed into it. With that being said, it's a really, really good movie.
Yes.
Like, it caught me off guard. Cody, when you suggested this, and you're like, "Are we okay with reading subtitles the whole time?" I was like, "Fuck." It's like, "Are we gonna do this?" I enjoyed the shit out of this movie, and I was able to also concentrate on the subtitles. Like, even though it's not plot heavy, I was still able to follow along.
Yeah, and another thing too, like most of the characters feel like extremely one-dimensional too. But this isn't the kind of movie where you need like complex characters.
Not the slightest. Although some of them were a little bit more complex than I thought.
Yeah. So for anyone unfamiliar with this movie, like I said, it's a Chinese movie, so expect subtitles. But it follows like different sets of characters. There's a landlord and a landlady that have like I guess would it be classified as a slum?
I would consider it the
Yeah.
pigsty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pigsty Alley.
Yep. I consider it slums.
Then there's two brothers that want to join like this axe gang, but they're really not cut up to the task. And then we've got the axe gang themselves that we follow. And here's the thing too: the movie kind of throws you for like a loop at the beginning because it kind of installs like a false sense of what's going on, where you think like the two main characters, what are their names? Hold on. Okay, I'm just gonna come out here and say it. I do not know the names of any of these characters in the movie unless they had a
Nope.
title.
Nope. Same. I'm glad we're all invested that much.
You are correct.
Because here's your little spoiler. I don't understand Chinese. I don't think Jeremy doesn't understand Chinese, and
Good call.
Ryan's minors in French, which is not Chinese. Brothers Sing and Bone. I do not remember their names being said once in the movie, but there you go.
I don't even know who we're talking about.
Sing is Stephen Chow.
Okay,
Bone's
no.
like the fatter one.
Yeah, I got it now. Their names were definitely not said.
You know, I feel like this is a thing with. Have you boys ever heard the theory that Riddick is like Vin Diesel's original character, did not steal?
Yeah.
I've not, but now I'm
Okay.
interested.
Well, yeah, there's theory that, like I said, Vin Diesel's OC, but I feel like Sing was probably the same thing with Stephen Chow. I was like, oh, I want to be this guy.
All right, it makes sense now.
This movie just got like really over the top kung fu, especially with weapons, spears, and
And guitars.
yeah, guitar,
Magical.
magical Chinese guitars, and
Is it even a guitar? I don't know. It was awesome though.
it's some kind of Chinese harp thing.
It worked for the brothers.
I'm just gonna come here and say I love that whole scene where like
God damn it, I did too.
those two like harpers were like just blind and they just strummed on that guitar that sent like freaking swords at like the guys. Oh, and by the way, viewers at home, there's gonna be like major spoilers, so if you really, really, really want to watch this movie,
Go watch it.
go really, really watch it right now and come tune back.
Because we're gonna spoil the shit out of this.
Yeah. This movie catches you for a loop. That's the thing.
Multiple times.
You think, oh, these are the main characters right here. I was like, oh no, these are the main characters.
No, I felt like I was watching Attack on Titan again for the first time. When the first Masters died,
Yeah.
that caught me off guard. I was like, what the
I thought they were the main characters.
I thought they were too. That hit me hard. I was like, am I watching Attack on Titan? What's going on here?
It's like, yeah, like halfway through the movie, they're dead.
Especially the first one when he gets his head chopped off.
I was like, wait, is he dead or are they
He'll
just
come
gonna do
back.
some kind of weird fake out thing? Yeah. But no, he
he'll
died.
come back, right? No, he's definitely dead.
Then you had like the ring guy and the spear guy fighting. I'm just gonna come out here. And
Spear guy went down like a badass.
I'd like to have the ring guy's like the tailor. I love whenever he stepped up at the beginning of the movie. He just destroyed like the pole with all the like loop rings fell on his arms. He's like fighting like who's that?
Shang-Chi. He pulled the Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. That's okay. I was gonna ask who's
Yep.
the Marvel guy. Yeah, okay.
I got that right.
Hold
Didn't
on.
I?
Hold on. What, have either of you boys seen that movie?
Yes.
Okay. Was there a crazy CEO guy in the movie?
Pretty much.
Okay. Well, what a shock. Okay.
Yeah, the Mandarin.
Now the Mandarin's Fing Fang Foom, remember? Anyways, like I just like the like landlady's beating him with like a sandal at one point. Like, you fairy. I wonder if that was censored, by the way.
Oh, it had to have been.
I wonder if she was actually calling him another F word, because I caught at one point where they switched the subtitles. Well, they were Americanizing them.
Got to make them softer for us Americans.
Well, it's more like gotta make it more relatable. Like whenever they're in the casino talking with the beast, it's like, "What are your names?" It's like, "Oh, my name's Paris, and this is Helena Troy." I was like, "This is like really weird." And then whenever I was like doing some research on the movie, I was like, "Oh no!" In the Chinese version, they're like, "Oh, I'm like some legendary hero and some like young beautiful mythology character."
Oh, that was the scene towards the end, huh?
Yeah, that was when the
Yeah.
fight in the casino started.
Yep.
Did you boys notice like there's like huge like tone shifts in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It works.
It does.
I mean,
This movie was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
the tone just kind of irked me, but at the same time, it's like, oh,
I was okay with it. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
This movie's a little too silly to be complaining about the tone shifts,
Yeah.
and
You get what you expect.
well, if you don't know what you're expecting, you're gonna be in for a treat.
And I was definitely in for a treat. I expected goofy shit. But
Well,
goddamn.
I mean,
this came out to be a good movie.
Yeah, the movie starts off goofy shit. It's like,
It stays goofy as shit.
yeah,
The whole movie.
like
The whole
remember
movie is goofy as shit.
Yeah, remember the beginning of the movie where like Sing and Bone are trying to like pick a fight with the people in tenements. It's like, I want that short guy over there, and then the guy stands up. And he's like 10 feet tall. It's like, no, I meant the old man right there. And the old man comes out. He's like, oh, Schwarzenegger, right it out. Like, no, I meant the kid right next to him, and the kid comes out. He's like,
It's
just
buff.
as buff. I wish they would have kept that, cause where I was expecting like every single person in like the slum to be like a kung fu master, but it just turned out it's like only like 3 of them. And the thing is too is like Sing and Bone, like they're at the beginning of the movie, and then they kind of drop off for like a really long time
They do.
before they like. Well, at least Sing comes back in the majority of the movie at the end.
The chosen one, which was the dead giveaway from the beginning.
Well, as soon as I saw that whole buying the fake kung fu manual thing, I was like, yeah, these could be like some chosen one or something.
Yep.
So, boys, what was our favorite scene?
Axe Gang dance scene. I lost my shit. Like, I rewatched that so many times. I'm not even kidding you.
Did we mention this is a silly movie?
Yeah. Just rewatch the Axe Gang dance scenes.
What about you, Ryan?
Knife scene followed by the landlady chase.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes. That's my strong second. Is the fat lady chase.
The knife scene is like the most famous scene in the movie. That's usually what if you catch a clip of this movie on YouTube, it'll be the knife scene where Bone keeps on trying to like throw knives at the landlady, and they keep on getting stuck in Sing. Until like he's like, here, I'll throw this cage full of cobras at him, and then dumps them all over. And then you get
And he gets bit on the lips.
yeah. Then you get a Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner chase. That scene kind of had you asking, is like, okay, is this stuff actually happening, or is it just supposed to be like over the top for the audience? But nope, it's actually happening. As for me, I'm gonna have to say that yeah, the fight with the like 2 blind guys with the harp. It's just
Pretty epic.
yeah, and that's really when you find out like the landlady and the landlord are really kung fu masters too. There's your major spoiler.
Yeah, you find out shortly after, huh? Because if they would have stepped in, they would have defeated them.
Well, they did step in at the end. If they would have stepped in
Oh, yeah,
earlier, they
they
would have
did.
still been alive.
Yeah. The quote unquote first masters would still be alive. I did love that whole scene when landlord was fighting the Hartman, and he was just like moving back and forth. He was kind of like shimmying,
Yeah, he was just
and
like
they were just like, damaging
dodging,
each other.
and they're sliding, and then like, they'd punch each other and knock their teeth out. And at the end, you find out like the landlady has like some really strong voice. Just rips off the other clothes before they go running. And speaking of that, Ryan, what do you think about the comeuppance in this movie? Because I know you're big into comeuppances.
I like comeuppances a lot. Yeah, I was good with it. Getting their comeuppance is always satisfying to me.
Well, I mean, the reason I'm asking is it really felt there was no comeuppance in this movie. Because like
Yeah, I see your point.
yeah, because the 2 musicians like they have their clothes ripped off and they kind of run away. Like the axe leader guy, he gets killed at like 90% of the way through the film. Like the actual bad guy, and then he's a murderer, an
Yeah.
underhanded murderer who kind of gets off scot-free.
He literally does. He basically becomes the next disciple.
And I loved his character, by the way. Just
He was something, that's for sure.
he looks like some like guy just sitting around in his underwear, just like flip flops on. When the axe gang's like, "Hey, is this even the right guy?" He's like, "I went where you were supposed to, where you told me to go." And like the thing is he fights like a frog, and I don't know if you boys caught this, but like as soon as like Sing opens up his like cell, there's like frogs jumping around on the ground.
Was that supposed to be a reference to a plague?
Well, it's supposed to be a reference to he fights like a frog.
Oh, which we definitely got. Frog style.
So some clever foreshadowing you're probably not gonna catch the importance of. Now, I'm gonna come out here and say it. I could have lived without the whole romance subplot.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely added in there late.
Yeah, it felt tacked on.
It was fine. It wasn't out of place for what the movie we were watching. I thought it was funny at some points, but yeah, I mean, it could have done either way.
I liked when the kid was beaten up and peed on.
that was rough. I was like, God damn, what kind of movie are we watching?
Don't play hero, kids.
Mm-mm. No golden fists, only golden showers.
By the way, this movie like looked absolutely amazing. And I looked, the budget of it was only like 20 million.
That's impressive.
Now it reminds me of like Rubber. That budget was like 500K. But then again, that was an art film, so
Yeah, art film. B-list movie.
it was an art film making fun of B-list movies with Jeremy.
Okay, there we go. We can compromise finally.
Be beating that drum till your last breath, won't you?
Oh, yeah.
All right, time for some boys in action. Jeremy, if you're in this movie, where would you die?
Oh, in the beginning, the axe game was slaughtered out of me.
All right. What about you, Ryan?
Also, the knife part. Actually, once the snakes hit me, I give myself
Ooh,
the
yeah.
benefit of the doubt. I'll survive the knives.
I was
Once
thinking
I get
like
hit with the snake,
Kill Bill, like Volume 2, where Bill's brother gets like bitten in the face by that black mamba and he's like dead in like
yep,
20 seconds.
yep.
That's pretty much what would happen if you got bitten on the lips by a cobra. You ain't got much. Where do you die?
It would be early in the movie.
Axe game?
I'm trying to think. I certainly wouldn't last long.
There's a lot of
Okay.
points in this movie I wouldn't last.
Yeah, if I was like Sing or Bone, then what would happen is like one of those kung fu masters would just like throw like a spear at me or like iron rings and hit me on the head and cause me like instant death.
Also, I got to mention the whole axe game scene before the dance started happening. Before the guy actually kills his sister, that was hardcore. I was like, what kind of tones are we setting for this movie? Is it going to be funny, over the top, or is it going to be hardcore? Because that was wild.
I think that's kind of what I was thinking. 'Cause I was just thinking, is like that scene has like such like a really weird tone shift in it, and that's probably what they're trying to do there. Is they're trying to get you
Throw you off
thinking,
guard, kind
like,
of.
yeah, it's good. Like we're gonna be really serious, and we're also gonna be really silly.
And then you get the whole dance scene. It's like,
Cause yeah,
okay, how am I supposed to take this serious?
I mean the thing is, if they would cut that scene, would have changed the rest of the movie any.
No,
Exactly,
it was still goofy the whole time.
but it sets the tone. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
All right, Jeremy, pass topic on to you.
Got nothing at the moment, boys.
Fair enough. What about you, Ryan?
I'm disappointed that the character of Beast was not the X-Man. That's my only complaint in this movie.
So he was Toad.
Yeah. I'm also disappointed that Fing Fang Foom wasn't in this movie. Ain't like that fit right in.
Well, maybe in the sequel. Stephen Chow's like talked about a sequel forever, and
Oh, they definitely set it up for a sequel.
yeah. And here's the thing. Stephen Chow said if there was going to be a sequel, it would probably be really disconnected from the first film.
Nothing's better than a sequel 20 some odd years after the first film.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know.
Yeah,
If
let's not do that.
here's the thing. I don't know if you boys know this, but Bill Murray and James Gunn have both like said a whole bunch of praise about this movie.
No shit.
Yeah.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray?
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, that catches me off guard. He's a hard one to please.
Is there going to be a Ghostbusters Kung Fu Hustle crossover?
Please.
All right, Jeremy. Final thoughts.
This movie caught me off guard. I didn't know what I was getting myself into when I learned it was gonna be all subtitles. I was reading Chinese, but it is such a good movie. It is worth watching. In fact, I've watched it multiple times. So,
Jeremy, if this movie caught you off guard, wait till you see the B-list movie for next week.
color me excited. Or should I be worried? Is this gonna be a Jurassic Triangle?
It better not be a Jurassic Triangle.
God damn it! I can't do it again. But Ryan needs to know that pain. That pain.
No, he doesn't.
All right, Ryan. Final thoughts.
It made me giggle a lot.
Anything else?
That's it. I
Okay.
was trying to come up with an inappropriate joke, but I couldn't think of one.
Fair enough. Yeah, this movie, it's excellent. It's got subtitles, so you'll need to pay a little bit of attention to it. But with as much ADD and ADHD as this podcast has, it kept all of our attention. So
I was gonna say I have extreme ADHD and it kept my attention. So
yeah, definitely watch it. Also, check out Kung Pao. Also, check out our Kung Pao review. This
most
movie
definitely.
is heavily similar to it. All right, let's scale this bad boy.
A 10.
That's not how our scales work, Jeremy. Unless it's like the movie 7. All right, today's scale, we got the comedic kung fu movie scale. So, Jeremy, on a scale of Kung Pao to the live action Dragon Ball Z movie, Dragon Ball Evolution. Where would you rank this movie?
Oh, right under Kung Pao. Or no, neck and neck with Kung Pao. Like, I really love this movie.
You really like Kung Pao.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on Kung Pao chicken?
Delicious. If made appropriately.
Fair enough. Ryan?
I want to put it above that's a Street Fighter reference, above Kung Pao.
Above Kung Pao.
Okay. Wow. All right. Two Hadoukens? Or two balls above Kung Pao?
Right, fair enough. Yeah, it's hard for me to rank this because I like both movies. I'll put it like clashing with Kung Pao for like the top spot. So they're two different genres, and our scale system is pretty dumb, say the least. All right, everyone. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Tairimo Boys podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell us your favorite kung fu style, and don't forget to ring that left bell. Stay tuned for more episodes. You're gonna be surprised what you see next week.
Me too.